welcome to That Goninen Life. My name is Amy Goninen, and today what I want to talk to you guys about are my 2019 resolutions for my Etsy/small business site. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so if you don't know, I run Amy's Small World with my husband and myself. It started off as just me, very much a hobby, and then it turned into a full-time job for me in like August, September 2017, and it turned into a full-time job. Well, we decided my husband would join me in February of 2018. So now it's 2019. This is going to be the first full year that it's our full-time job for both of us. So let's talk about some things that we want to do in 2019. And if you have resolutions for your Etsy shop, please leave them down. Or if you have questions or anything, I want to know. So just comment below. I have a little notebook here. This notebook is just my notes of my resolution, so I don't forget anything. Okay, so the number one, I think, most important thing that I want to do is I want to learn how to delegate more. If you watched my 2018 year review for my Etsy shop, you already know that delegation is really hard for me. I like to do things my way. I like to control different things, and I'm a really hard worker. That's something that I really I've always prided myself on. I feel like it's one of the fundamentals of who I am as a person, and so and I believe in myself. Like, I believe if I work hard enough, I could get things done. But when you are in a partnership or a marriage and a business partnership like I am, you can't just let your husband sit on his hands while you're doing everything, because that's not how things work, right? Because then that means one person is exhausted and gets kind of grumpy sometimes because she's so exhausted, and take it out on her poor husband who wants to help. So I need to delegate, which I think, so my goal is I want, by the end of this year, I want my husband to be able to do everything I can do in the shop. Because if something happens to me, like I get really sick, or if I just need an extra hand, I want him to be able to jump in there and do anything that I can do. So my business is a handmade business focused on sewing and quilting. And before last year, my husband, I don't think he ever really sewed. You know, it's not his thing. But sewing has been my thing for years. And so I am going to have to, my resolution is to consistently teach him and have him trained so he could do everything I can do for the business. Sewing wise, the backside, he basically is only sewing. He does most of the other things, and he knows how to do it. But it's very hard because I love sewing. Like, I still love sewing, and it's hard for me to delegate, but he has to be able to help me and have the same quality and same standards that I have. So I feel like that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard for me to let him go, but he could do it, and he's willing to do it. You know, sewing isn't like something he's like, all right, let's go to the fabric store, let's go sew. That's not him, you know. He'd rather watch like football games or whatever, but he believes in it. And so if he believes in it and he's willing to learn, I have to. It's on me, you know, like I've got to do it. So first resolution, delegate. Second one is I really need to build a community. So one of the things I really believe in is I really believe in giving someone a reason to shop small. Because I believe that shopping small, shopping from like real people who make things, not necessarily like corporations, it means something. And I believe that it maybe it can't necessarily like change the world all at once, but like it could change lives, you know, and I think it's really important. And when people are shopping at my shop, they're changing my lives for the better, like absolutely. And so I want to make sure that I'm giving back to them as much as I absolutely can. I believe that I'm already giving a good quality product and I'm giving really good customer service, but I want to build a community around, I guess I have to say brand. I don't want to say it because I just feel like that just sounds gross, but that's, I guess, brand. I want to, and I need to do it actively. So honestly, I started this YouTube in an effort to, well, for creative purposes, but also to try to connect to people. This was my way of trying to open up to people and say like, hey, I'm a real person. I hope, like, I'm goofy. I have issues I like to control, but I'm also like a creative person. Maybe you're creative, like maybe we could connect. And I was really hoping that YouTube would be able to be a way for me to create a community through relating to people, right? So me opening up and getting people to relate to me. But honestly, that's a little bit passive and I'm just not growing on YouTube in the way that I would like to, which is fine. Like I was just trying it out and I really appreciate that you're watching it, that's for sure. But YouTube, I thought that YouTube could be a way to build community and maybe it still would be, but I need to do more because it's just going slow. And so I think it must, I have to go back to social media. So I've been really, particularly towards the end of 2018, early 2019, it's been very, very busy. And so on social media, I've been like posting, asking questions, leaving, like peacing out. I haven't been really interacting very much. I haven't been interacting with peers, with people I look up to, or just even with potential customers. And so I really think that needs to change because, I would love it to be a little bit more passive. Like I would just like to be like, hey, here's me, wanna be my friend, wanna be like, you know, but I just don't think that's just not working for me, you know? So I have to go out, I have to put myself out there and I have to start trying to build connections with like potential customers, current customers, like with just people, you know, with peers. If I want to give more to my customers, I have to be more active about that. And that's going to be a little bit hard because I am very introverted, even though I'm talking to a camera. But anyway, so the third kind of goes along with trying to build a community, I guess, through social media, is also I'm going to have to improve my photography. So photography initially wasn't something that I was necessarily interested in, but it is something that my husband is very interested in. And it's starting to become like a fun hobby we could do together. So I'm really hoping to be able to learn a little bit more about photography and try to take better pictures that maybe people want to engage with, you know. So maybe I will be active and try to like comment, communicate with other people, and then maybe people will come back and see this really awesome photo and they're like, oh, let's talk about it. I don't know. Can you tell I'm not great at people. That was weird. Anyway, so my fourth resolution is I really want to be more flexible, specifically with the planning and executing of launches. Let me just tell you, I am not a flexible person. I am not spontaneous. I love a plan and I love sticking to that plan. Very, very much so. But some things I think maybe, especially with launches, I think I might have rushed them a little bit because launches always start off, because we plan all the steps. We try to plan everything we need to do. And always towards the end, it gets chaotic. I get stressed out. I get worried, and I feel like I'm rushing so much at the end. And I have a choice, right? Because until I tell my community, hey, these things are available at that day, I'm not committed to it, you know? But I have always stuck to whatever original plan I had weeks, months before. I've always stuck to that, and I haven't moved. So I really want to be more flexible to make sure that I'm doing things the right way. I'm not just doing things to get them done. Okay, and my fifth and my last resolution that I have is I would like to be more intentional about my spending, specifically my spending for my business expenses. So, if you are a fellow Etsy shop owner, or if you have your small business, or I guess just in life, you know that it's just really easy to see your money come in, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, where'd it go? You know, like I had a really good month of sales, or I had this or that, and now what happened? You know, and so not to say I don't want to spend money, because there are some things I want to invest in, but I want to be very intentional and set maybe stricter budgets, because right now I don't really have, like, I don't have a specific marketing budget. I don't have a specific budget on materials. I don't have a specific budget on anything, which is embarrassing, to be honest. But I want to have a specific budget for different things, so then that will also give me room to grow a bit more. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, but it'll just give me some guidelines. I really want, it's weird, I want to have guidelines, but I also want to be flexible. Right. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to be me. I want contradicting things. Anyway, so those are the things that I really hope to grow in my Etsy shop, or my Amy Small World this year. And I would really, if you want to stick around and see how well I do, or if I fall flat on my face on these things, I'll be having vlogs and videos about it. But thank you so much for your support. And yeah, if you have any Etsy resolutions, just let me know down in the comments, and maybe I'll add to my list, because I can do more than 5. All right, have a good one. Bye.